Hello, you absolute legends. Welcome back to the channel. It's John here. Dad's having a quick tidy up. What are we, a week and a bit into the Audi TT project? This is a bit of an update. Part 4 of the saga that is my broken Audi TT Mark 1 Coupe. And if you haven't seen the video, well, there's 3 or 4 videos which effectively show you just how broken it is and then what we're going to be doing to fix it. This video, we've started to get some parts arriving, so we're going to take a look at those parts in just a second, and also have a look at what Dad's done with regards to the engine sump, the engine oil sump and the oil pickup pipe. And we'll talk about that in just a second. So if you haven't seen the other videos, watch them first, because it will show you that there has been a problem with a few different bits and pieces, and that we are missing some pipes, which were genuinely just totally posh rotten. So what has arrived now? Well, this is a Gravity Performance turbo intake pipe. If you remember, the old intake pipe was absolutely cream crackered. Had a great big split in it. This is the new one against the old one. This is the split in it there, right at the bottom. So this will be replacing that. It looks similar, I suppose. This is for your N75 valve here. This goes to your casing, all that. Oh no, sorry, I beg your pardon. This goes to your diverter valve. This goes to this pipe, whatever that is. And this bit here goes to the hockey puck, which goes here like this, and then there's a hockey puck on the top there. So actually, it doesn't look too different in comparison. So that is the new turbo intake pipe. It's made of silicon. It's from a company called Gravity Performance. It was 80 odd quid, and you can see that it's much more flexible, and hopefully should last a lot longer than this one. So that's the part we have been waiting for to get the turbo system back up and running. That's that piece. We've had this part arrive. This is part of the crankcase breather system, the PCV system. That was a brand new genuine Audi part. It was 25 quid. Had another piece arrive. This again is silicon uprated from DPH Sport Performance. That is 20 odd quid that was, but it's to replace a piece on the PCV system. Got some window wiper arm clips. These aren't for this project, that's for something else, but these are brilliant, so buy some of those. We've got some braided fuel line. It's not fuel line, vacuum pipe, braided vacuum pipe for the pressure regulator. We've got a whole system of T pipes and all sorts. This is to replace knackered bits on the PCV, and a brand new PCV valve. There it is. That's all to go on the PCV system. There's a crankcase breather system there. And something that's a little bit blingy, but something that I thought might be useful. All the clips and the trim holders for the engine bay dressing are all broken. I bought some of these. They're stainless steel, and this is to go on the what's it called? Strut thing. Strut bar. Strut brace. That's it. Not with it today. So that's all the parts that have arrived so far for the engine. We've got a brand new air filter. That's a Bosch one. The old one hadn't really been cleaned and used and maintained very well, so that is going on the car, £8. And then this was an absolute bargain. This is FW30 engine oil, fully synthetic, 20 litres, £40. You might think, well, hang on a minute, you don't need 20 litres. Well, I've got quite a lot of the cars in the fleet that take the FW30 fully synthetic oil. Mrs. John Cooten's Fiat, my van, my smart car, so that was an absolute no-brainer. Let's take a look then at what Dad has been doing. I'm going to get him to explain what he has been doing. Hang on, we need a torch. My torch is on the floor. Hang on a minute. Oh. Right.
Have a look at this oil leak.
Tell us about the oil leak.
Yeah, look at this oil leak coming from under there. It's this here blooming solenoid valve here.
Oh yeah.
Can you see it leaking there?
Let's have a look. Let's shine the light on there so we can see that oil leak under there. We can see that.
Can you see the trail where it's been running?
What has caused that?
I don't know, we're going to have to investigate that when we get all this lot put back together.
Why are we investigating when you put it back together and not now?
Well, when we get some more of it on, I'm not taking any more bits off.
So this oil leak that's coming...
You can see we're washing it clean.
I can, yes.
That's why it's blooming wet. We might finish up with this top off.
Top being the head?
No, the rocker cover.
The rocker cover. Yeah, I can see that. That's unusual, isn't it? I wonder what's in that solenoid.
Something to do with the valve timing, I should think.
Oh, right, okay. Well, that's an option then. Good spot. What else have you done?
Took the sump off. That's not as easy as you'd think because there's 4 bolts at the back and they're a bit awkward.
Let's have a look at the sump. Here's the sump. It's been off. You can see it's off. Dad's giving it a good old clean out, or is going to give it a good old clean out.
And 2 bolts there are a bit tricky.
Couple of bolts there and there, Dad says are tricky. The reason we took the sump off, A, we didn't know what the engine oil system was doing, and we hadn't got any service history with the car. There were concerns that there might have been dirt and debris in the sump and in the oil pickup pipe. That's what this is. Let's shine the light through the oil pickup pipe now.
Still got some blockage in it.
There's a little bit of blockage in there. A new one is sort of 15, 20 quid. But actually, it's not too bad, is it, in there? So that's been cleaned out. That's certainly not giving us an issue, that oil pickup pipe. So the sump is going to go back on. I've got an oil filter on order. We've got a gasket. It's a sealant gasket that's on order. And we will go from there. What are you doing now?
I'm washing these bolts.
In?
It's white spirit.
We're cleaning them bolts off. These are the sump bolts here. We are getting somewhere. There are the parts that we need to be replacing. We're waiting for a few more things, and then it's going to be a case of putting it back together. I'm confident it will feel an absolutely different car when we get it all back together. That's if we put it back together right, I suppose. There's still that concern over the turbo. We shall have to do some soul searching about that. But I genuinely think with all the replacements and bits and pieces that we've done and the TLC that we've given the car, which has clearly been mechanically abused for quite some time, that it will feel much, much different. Hopefully we get it put back right, and we get it put back in...
Got another one to look at anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. I have got another one of these. Same colour, but in the convertible version, a 225 BAM, 2004 plate. So if we get really stuck, because that is an absolute peach, there's nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful. It's never been tinkered with. It's never wanted for anything. It's a real low miler. It's been loved all its life. If we get really stuck, we can sort of take all the trim bits off and have a look under the engine bay just to see what we are looking at and where things need to go for reference if we get to that point. But I don't think we're going to need to get to that. What's been the most difficult thing so far?
Getting the motivation to come out here and tinker with it for an hour or two.
Yeah, Dad's not been too happy with this TT project, and I don't blame him. It was
decorating to do.
It was a pretty crap day when we were taking all the pipes off and seeing something was broken, and this is broken, and that is broken, and it did. It started with me saying to Dad, I think I've got a coil pack issue, and maybe the brakes need unseizing and looking at, and it's turned into, well, this sort of project. If you've enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, please, if you haven't already done so. The next update, well, I'm sure, will be we're putting stuff back on the car. Whatever you're getting up to, take care, have a great day. The sun is shining here in Lincolnshire. I'm going to show you it. What time is it? It's 6 o'clock in the evening, and it's beautiful. The sun is shining. I might go and cut my grass. Take care. Goodbye.
Grass.